podcast. Come take this walk with me.
Welcome back to the Three Parallels podcast with your host, the brother Dr. Jason Branch, where we rediscover who we were, we embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. Welcome to the show, baby. It's Halloween. Woo! Spooky season. And today's guest is a Halloween fan just like me because I wasn't prepared, which I'm aware of. However, my Halloween costume is Jason. I mean, of course, it's me. And I had a mask, I had my machete, got my jacket. I'm out here scaring folks. I'm out here scaring myself. And my guest came online to scare me with her amazing costume. Ah, let's go. Let's go. So I'm just excited and I'm not prepared, but I'm prepared because we're gonna do whatever it is that we do anyway. So this particular guest, this particular person, now y'all know when I bring family on, we're gonna have a good time. And this is family, and family because she's a former student and now a colleague and just out here living her best life. And for me, I'm proud. I'm so proud as a mentor, as a professor, as a colleague, as a professional, because I remember when she was a graduate student, had big dreams of doing things, and now those dreams are reality. This person is unique on so many different levels just by being who she is authentically, loving life, loving herself, growing, giving herself permission to be human and authentic and transparent, and just being okay with being who she is. And I'm talking about her, all caps, capital Her, not the R&B singer with the guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the one and only Denisse Mireles. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much. It's great being here. Your words, you definitely were my mentor. It inspired me in many different ways to be who I am today. So thanks for bringing me on.
Always, always. And it's been a long time coming because, I haven't even been a year in this podcast game, but I knew the students that I work with, I want y'all on the show. If I could interview every student, I want to because every one of us has a story. Has a
Right.
story. So speaking of that story, where are you now? This dream living, because you had some ideas as a student and now you're living it. So if you could share with the listeners, what is this dream that you're currently living as a helping professional?
Right. Okay. So currently, I'm a bilingual clinician working at, I'm currently in community mental health. So I'm at Western Youth Services, working with children and adolescents who are like moderate to high risk. They have a lot of needs. So I definitely stepped into a zone that was different and new for me, which is something I learned from you. Um,
Whoa. Okay.
just to constantly just challenge yourself and to do something that's uncomfortable. And so I got hired here in April, graduated December, so got hired April, been here for about 6 months. Definitely learning curve. I've learned so much here. So yeah, but I'm doing what I love and giving back to the community and my community and seeing people of different cultural backgrounds. So it's yeah, it's great.
I love it.
And kind of living on my own, which is actually something that recently happened too after graduation. So moving out of my family home and into my
Hmm.
own place. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll be at Western Youth Services for maybe a couple years more until I get licensed, and then kind of
Okay.
see where I go from there.
I love it. I love it. The dream is reality. And for those
Yeah.
who are listening, she's the Joker today. Okay. She is the Joker, full costume. And I just lit up because I didn't know it, but I should have known based off of who I'm talking to. Because she's been into Halloween, been into the spooky season since we've met. And she even introduced me to some things around the holiday because it's a holiday for me. It's a holiday
Right.
that I'll talk about later, but just your authentic self. And that's what I see and I value. And even in this space, 6 months in, you
Mhm.
don't care. You brought you to this environment. And I love that because for many of us, we haven't been given permission to do it. We don't give ourselves permission to do it. And I'm curious, how did you do it? So I want to go back in time a bit to, especially this huge accomplishment of you being out on your own because of, culture, background, upbringing, living life in community and family. That's the culture. But you decided, you know what? I'm ready to try something else. I'm ready to grow into something else. So twofold. that ability to move away from culture, community, and still be connected to culture and community. And then the other, deciding to go into a profession. And I'm sure within your culture, similar to mine, like it's not the most common that we go into this profession or let alone go to therapy. So, how did you get to this place where you're breaking all barriers? Tell us about it.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it was a constant like seeking guidance from people that I looked up to. It was like my mom has kind of been like my biggest role model, so getting a lot of guidance from her of like this is like I getting that encouragement to like to want to do better and to want better for myself and to live a life that she never got and that she wanted me to have. So it's kind of
Mm,
like in the back of my mind of like, well, am I not making my family and like my like people proud of me by like kind of breaking out of these like barriers and I still do feel very connected to my culture and family. I try to be involved in as many things as I can in the community, you know, socially, politically, like that's how I stay connected. And it's been, but it's rough. It was like a rough kind of transition, I would say. Just kind of, especially the move of like me being on my own. I would say it's kind of like missing a piece of myself, but at the same time, knowing that you know, my family's there to support me no matter what.
mhm,
Um, and I think just like with my family history, my family
mhm,
upbringing, especially on my father's side, there's a lot of kind of mental health things going on, like substance use, like all these like really negative cycles, these patterns that kept repeating themselves that I've seen. And like knowing that I want to not like not be a part of that, like continue that
yeah,
cycle and to kind of build a life for myself that I will be proud of. Um, and finding community within friends as well has been very helpful. Building
yeah,
a network of friends who are kind of like-minded individuals, but who come from different backgrounds, who have different
mm,
perspectives,
yeah,
people that I know that I can kind of rely on if I need that extra support. So that's all of those things have been kind of helpful, just intentionally trying to break these like I would say these like intergenerational kind of like cycles of like
yes.
trauma and like hurt and all these things and just keeping that in the back of my mind of like I will be the one in this generation to break it.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's so powerful. That's so powerful. This is why your costume is on point, okay? Because you are this, this is next level because there's so many layers to it, and it's like embracing that authenticity. And I'm curious, like you didn't have to. You could have just stuck to the status quo. You're surrounded by it. You see it. You know what it is. You know of it. You're learning, and you can repeat those patterns. But you decided, now I'm gonna take a different direction, and I'm curious to know what was it, if you know, like for you to decide to pivot. Like I see what's going on around me and I could live that life because this is a part of the culture for in different ways, but I'm choosing to do something different. And then you have this sense of confidence with it. How? How did you get here?
Well, I mean, to be transparent, I would say in my early 20s, I had moved out with a partner at the time. And well, actually, when I was 18, and I was looking back very young, didn't know what I was doing, didn't know where I was heading, had no plan, had just, I was just, you know, kind of living spontaneously, but at the same time, it was such a like learning experience for me.
Mm,
Um,
mhm.
and I have like lived experience of having struggled with some issues of my own with like mental health related as well as like substance. Like I've had issues with like alcohol consumption when I was in my early 20s and it got to a point where it was really bad, and I kind of hit like a low point where I saw how it was affecting people I loved. It was affecting me. And then I started just like coming to even more of a realization that like this cycle is continuing and I don't want it to continue.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the struggle in my family members with my dad, my aunts, my uncles. I've seen that struggle firsthand, and the life that the life that led up to that point, and like them not getting the help that they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to like kind of lock in with school,
Yeah.
kind of focus in, get my undergrad, my graduate degree, and I started doing like therapy, like my own therapy, and started really just like focusing in on my career and education at that point. So I got like that was one of the ways that I broke that cycle, was like getting the help and realizing that I needed it.
Yes.
Um
Yes. Woo. So quick time out. Ooh. Realizing you needed the help and then going to get it. Denisse, like, I need you to know people aren't doing that. There's people listening right now that you just gave them a gem. You just hit somebody in the head with a honey bun, okay? So hitting these folks in the head with a honey bun is the recognition of there's something going on. I'm familiar with it because it's a part of what you've seen. And
yeah.
I'm deciding I don't want to repeat what I know, what I've seen. That's a
Mm,
huge deal. And I don't take it lightly. And I'm proud and I'm so impressed with you by
mm,
it. And it speaks volumes to your journey because you're willing to share it. There's no shame, there's no judgment, there's no guilt. There's grace, space, and patience in your process, which again speaks to your growth. You
mm.
grown woman. Okay, you grown woman.
Yeah.
Grown women are women who recognize I have a problem I'm finna deal with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm not finna blame. I'm not doing that. And I have to highlight it because we all have the ability, which means we're capable, but that doesn't mean we have the capacity, which is mental. You have both. You were
Mm,
capable and you had the capacity to recognize, I don't want to go down this route. I see how detrimental it is and it can be, and I don't want to do that anymore. So,
mhm.
hats off to you, flowers to you,
Thank
love
you.
to you. And to go even further, to decide I'm going to dedicate my life to this career to help other people on their journey. Denisse, are you seeing you? Are you seeing you right now? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. 100%. 100%.
You.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, going further, this life being bilingual and providing services to different cultures and communities is an ability that you have that a lot of people don't. I'm not bilingual at all. Ebonics and English is probably it's most first I got, right? So being in this space to now serve a community, a culture of people that now have access to you. What is that like for you, knowing like where you came from, what you overcame, and now being of service to others? What is that experience like for you?
For me, it's been, well, I know it in my culture, so Latin culture, Latinos, particularly like Mexican culture here in Southern California. I've seen a lot of like families, people that like within the culture, it's kind of normalized. A lot of things are normalized. Like issues are normalized, or mental health is not really a thing, a common thing. It's very taboo. Things are swept under the rug, or problems are kept within the family.
Mm,
So the fact that I'm able to be a part of healing and change for these families is really empowering, I feel. Um, and I think for me, it's just like it's a special way for me to kind of give to that community, to my community.
yeah.
Because it's a community that I grew up in. It's my culture, and to be able to give back, and I see myself a lot in these kids that I'm seeing, these kids that I'm providing services for. I see like my own family in them.
Hmm.
And even if it's just like planting seeds,
Yeah.
doing what I can and planting seeds for change to happen, because like as we know, change doesn't happen instantly. It takes
Yeah.
time, and sometimes people may not be ready for that, or families may not be ready. But it's just like I see it as like planting a seed that, could grow. I might
Yeah.
not be there to see it grow, but you know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah. I
will.
love it. I love it. And I'm also hearing like this these parallels, because that's the show, three parallels, the parallel of who you were, who you are, you're becoming, and your ability to do this work on yourself and now in a position to help other people while still working on becoming the best version of you possible. How do you manage that? Because you could easily like, I got it, I'm good, let me just help everybody else, but you're like, nah, I still got work that I need to do, and I'm choosing to do it differently than anybody else has, especially moving out on your own. If you could share with us this parallel of being able to serve others and yourself at the same time.
Yeah, that's a really great question. I feel like as therapists, it's kind of expected, at least from like people who are not in this field, that we should like have all our quote unquote crap together. We should have our life situated. We should be like, perfect, like a blank slate. We
Mm.
should, but as I've learned, that is not the case. We I'm human. I have needs. I feel hurt and pain. I feel love just as anybody else does. So I think giving myself grace of like sometimes I'm gonna have hard days. I go through things just like anybody else does, and giving myself time um to kind of work, like take care of myself basically.
Yeah.
And I've learned over time, because I've always kind of been in the helping field, even before being a therapist, to kind of compartmentalize, like, okay, like work, I will do my best to leave it at work. And when I step out, when I step into my home, like, okay, like this is like the other part of me. So I have like different parts of myself, right? Like the therapist part, the free-spirited fun part, the reading and the learning part. Like, so these different parts, I think that's how I like to see things, is like in parts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and allowing
Mm.
myself to be human and make mistakes and to learn, I think has been
Yeah.
very powerful as well, especially
Yeah.
being a
Hmm.
newbie therapist. I just kind of acknowledge that I'm gonna make mistakes and it's
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
And this is the best time to do it, is when you're new, so that you can continue to grow. And that's kind of how I like what gives me hope.
Oh man, powerful. So powerful. You are a blessing. Okay. You blessing me. I don't know about the listeners, but you blessing me. Okay. Because the student has become the teacher. I need you to see that. Because what we talked about, during that time, like you're living it now. You're living proof of what you can actually do. You're not talking about it. You're living, you're practicing, and you're giving permission. So this is really powerful to me because even as a therapist, you've recognized I was taught how to do things a certain way. And this can go back to culture, to community, even into the classroom. And you recognize, like, yeah, I'm gonna try to walk that line. And then when you get out, when you graduate and you're out here literally doing the work, you
Mhm.
recognize, wait a minute, I don't have to do it that way. And this way doesn't work for me. And that's where I feel that confidence come in of this is who I am. I've been this version of me way longer than how I need to be based off of my perception. The reality is I'm human. I make mistakes. I hurt.
Yeah.
And that's human for everybody because nobody's perfect. So if you're striving for perfection, in my humble opinion, you're already behind because it doesn't exist. Humility and humanness does, and that's what you give. You
Yep.
blessing, okay? You are a blessing. So I want to move into some rapid fire questions because I want to learn more about your future self with all of
Okay.
these experiences that you have. So because you've been doing this work for a long time, personally, professionally, you work with a lot of different types of people. in a lot of different
Mhm.
ways, classmates, colleagues, everything else in between. I'm curious to know over the years, what have you learned about yourself and other people?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. Okay, myself, I have learned that I'm capable of way more than I ever imagined
Come
that I
on.
could be.
Come on. Yes, you are.
Yeah, right. And so that's what I learned about myself. And about other people, and it's cheesy to say, but there's always more than meets the eye. You don't know somebody's story. Um,
Mm,
unless you ask the question, you get to know them. And I think it's important. I always give people like benefit of the doubt. I want to know their story. I want to uh, relate to people and
yeah.
connect with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always more to them than meets the eye. And they got a story too.
Beautiful. 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 Going further, I'm curious to know about your heroes or sheroes. Do you have one? Alive or dead?
Right. Um, well, I've always said my biggest hero is my mom, and that's not a celebrity, not anybody that uh the world would know, but I like to me my mom is the world. She was a single parent, raised me and my brother. I've always looked up to her, and if it wasn't for her, I feel like I wouldn't be in the place that I am right now.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Hey, Mama.
Yeah.
Know you listening. Hey, Mama. All right, next piece. What's a word, phrase, memory, or moment that has stuck with you personally or professionally?
Oh man. Are we talking about like when you were my
What,
professor or just in
whatever,
general?
whatever you feel moved to share. That's what we want to hear.
Um, well, my last year doing practicum at school, I remember you would always drop these little like these little nuggets of like knowledge and wisdom.
Mm,
And some of the things that stuck with me um were when you would encourage us as students to like be authentic, and through your authenticity you create change. You can change somebody's life just by being myself, and that I feel like was so pivotal in my education, and now I live that as a therapist, and
yes, you
really
do. Yes,
grateful.
you do. Yes, you do. Listen, I'm sitting in front of the Joker, y'all. We got Joker, we got the Joker, and we got Jason. Okay, my machete and my mask is in the car. Okay, but because I'm not ready. But Denise showed up and showed out, and I'm so impressed and I'm so thankful because this is the evidence that what we did in class so long ago meant something. It was the breadcrumbs, it was the gem, because what I share with you, and I'm glad to hear this back, is what I was practicing being authentic as a Black male therapist who has a therapist and counselor educator, and I was the only one. I was the only one. And even that to pour into you all and then to get a return on the investment. More often than not, we don't get that return, as you mentioned. You pour into your clients, you may not see the fruits, but I'm seeing the fruits. How so? It's our you and I. We've shared this in class. It's our favorite season right now. It's Halloween, favorite season. You're in full costume at work. You only been there 6 months. You just got off probation not too long ago, and you do not care. And your clients love it. Your clients love you, and it
Yes.
don't matter if they do or don't. You do. Come
Hmm.
on. I am so proud of you. I'm so impressed because this is the evidence on both ends of what I'm sharing, what you receive, and now you're the gift. Ooh, you're the gift that keeps on
Oh,
giving. Come on, Denise. You're the gift.
wow.
Because think about your clients. And here's another example. I was going to be Jason in class yesterday. I had class yesterday. It's Halloween season. I was going full guard. Same issue happened yesterday. I just got to get my stuff out the car. But my point is that means something to someone.
Mhm.
For me dressing up Halloween for being in the class and you're doing it as a therapist, that's the human side of it. This is you bringing your life, your culture, your background, your love to anybody who's willing to receive what you have to offer. And that you can't teach. That is not in any textbook. That is you allowing yourself to be who you are and share you with whoever wants some. Come get some. I'm with it. Let's keep it going because you got me on fire over here. Okay. So now let's go deep. Let's go deep. I'm curious about an interesting fact about yourself. Now we can keep the Halloween theme, or you can go in a different place, or you can do both. But what are some things about you that people just wouldn't know or they wouldn't believe?
Ooh, well, one that I like to share because it was fun, was that I've been skydiving, which was kind of a life-changing event.
Mm,
Kind of faced my fear in a very real way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a fear of drowning, so that's nobody would expect that, but you know,
Wow. So drowning in heights, like those. So now you know how to swim and you can jump out of a plane. Is that what you're telling me right
right.
there?
Yeah, exactly. I went snorkeling. I have in my bucket list to go scuba diving because I'm scared of being submerged, but I love
Mm,
like animals. I love the ocean, so it's kind of another way to face my fear. So I think
wow.
I'm just constantly trying to challenge myself.
Wow. You are such listen. Oh, you just warm you just knitted a sweater and put it over my heart. That just that
Ah.
just that just happened. Because you're living it. You're living proof of this. And again, to the listeners, to the audience, if y'all are not living your best life, here's an example from someone's real life. Those are two major fears. The sky and the water. What else is there? Earth. Like that's it. That's it. And you conquered it. And you conquered it by doing it, by facing your fears, by diving into it. And that allowed you to become a different version of yourself. Let me break that down a little bit. For those listening, uh, most versions of ourselves are in our heads. It's ideas, it's thought. These fears is in our head. And you decided, I'm not going to live in my head. I'm going to live in my life. I'm going to go skydiving. And you said it was therapeutic. Like that's next level.
Uh-huh.
In addition, being afraid of water and then learning how to swim because you're choosing to face the things that scare you the most. And it changed your life. So, to the listeners, whatever you fear the most, face it and your life will change. How do we know? Denisse just shared it. This is your proof. Okay. For those who still trying to figure it out, this is the answer. This is the breadcrumb. This ain't coincidental. This ain't random. This is for you listening right now that's in fear or whatever the hell you scared of. Get over yourself. Get out the way. That's my public service announcement. So, so going further, because I want the listeners to now dive into this world. What how did this fascination, this love, this connection to Halloween, spooky season, October, how did this happen for you? Because you are an advocate for it, and I'm a fan because we're both fans of it. Where did this love for Halloween come from?
Wow, I mean, thinking back, I mean, as far as I can remember, I might have been very little, maybe 4 or 5. Probably shouldn't have been watching the movies I was watching, but I had family, my dad, and like some uncles and aunts that would watch scary movies. And I
Yeah.
remember watching like the original It movies,
Yes.
the
Yes.
Chucky movies. Uh, which I then developed a phobia for dolls when I was little. Got over it, but I think ever since then I was always fascinated. I love dressing up for Halloween. I every year I dress up as something. Sometimes I'll have multiple costumes per year.
Yeah.
But I've always been fascinated by like the dark, the creepy, the things that are just like I guess a little unorthodox you could say.
Yeah.
And I love like the scares, like going to mazes and getting spooked, kind of like it's like an adrenaline thing. So I guess I'm kind of an adrenaline person. So that's part of it too.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you for sharing this. And I don't
Mhm.
know if I've shared my story in class, but this it connects. This is just again another example of how you and I connected just off of that humanness and that vulnerability. My love and fascination for Halloween came very similar. But for me, I was exposed to these movies and scariness as well. But I was a scaredy cat. I was afraid of all this stuff. I'm usually the
Oh,
youngest, so I was afraid of Michael Jackson Thriller video. I didn't watch I didn't watch the Thriller video until it was on YouTube in my
oh
30s
no.
because I was terrified. But
Oh,
that fear and that terror was adrenaline, just like you're talking about, where once I moved through the fear and faced my fears, I became fascinated with scary, spooky stuff because
yeah.
of exactly what you're sharing. It's out of the box. It's different. When do you dress up like this? Once a year, if that. I mean, some of us, this is how we live. But for the most part, there's somebody in the Joker costume they
Oh
had on
yeah.
since last year. Okay. So
Right.
some, some people got masks on now. Okay. They don't take their mask off. I just want to talk about it. Some of us are scary. We are scary. But that fear I overcame by indulging, and now I love it. And I've passed it down to my sons, my boys. So
Oh.
they are 2 and 4 years old. We love going to the Halloween store and they get what they want. So this year I got Jalen Skellington instead of Jack Skellington. I got Jalen Skellington,
Yeah,
and I got a
love
police
that.
officer. Okay, I'm the
Oh
police
my
officer. He's been arresting folks since the beginning of the month. Daddy, you under arrest. Go to jail.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Jack Skellington got me singing songs, Nightmare Before Christmas. Like it's it's a thing, and I love it because it's me giving to them, and they're going to give to their children, just like you. And you gave something to me that I want to share with the audience. Where when we were in class, we were talking about Halloween, and I don't know how it came up in conversation, but I think I was looking for some adrenaline for Halloween, and you mentioned 17th Door. For those who do not know, oh my goodness, look it up. Go to YouTube. I'm gonna put a link down here so you can see it for yourself. 17th Door is the scariest haunted experience I ever had in my life. And I loved every minute of it. Since he told me maybe 3 years ago, I've gone
Oh,
every year by myself.
no.
I don't play. And I'm in full costume every year, every year by myself because I love it. It's adrenaline. So 17th Door, it's a haunted house with different floors or different doors that you go through with different experiences. You can get electrocuted, you can get shot, you can get beat. It's beautiful. You can get cut. I got my eyebrow cut last year. I'm
Oh
dead
no.
serious. I loved it. I had one eyebrow. I loved it because it's adrenaline. It's fun. I'm an adrenaline junkie as well.
Mhm.
So for those who are not familiar, dive in, come to California, Southern California, and experience it for yourself. It
Mhm.
is life changing.
Yep.
The beauty of it, even with all this scariness, and this is the parallel, with all this scariness about that experience, it's safe.
Yeah.
It's a production. It's a theater. It's an experience, but you're safe. So yes, you can get shocked, you can get beaten, all this other stuff. You can get shocked or shot, but it's in a safe way, a safe environment. And I love everything about it. So this is something I'll do every year because of you sharing your excitement and what you do with other people. And I couldn't experience that without you. So hats off to you. I got to give you your flowers. Thank you for exposing me by you just being you. Beautiful.
Glad to hear it.
Beautiful. All right, two more questions and we're gonna get you up out of here because you got some banks to rob. You got some things, you got some clients to help. You got some things.
Uh-huh.
Why so serious? Like you got things to do,
Right?
and I love it. I love it. And it's Halloween night. Oh, it's going down tonight.
Oh,
It's going
yeah.
down.
Favorite
So,
night.
so I'm curious. Two things. This podcast, who we are becoming. If you were to describe three different versions of you, who you were, who you are, who you're becoming, how would you describe these three women?
Wow. Okay, we'll start with who I was. How would I describe? I would describe her as somebody who was very self-doubting.
Mm,
Um, somebody who yeah, doubted herself a lot, self-conscious,
mm,
s- afraid to speak up, afraid to um go against the flow of things, like, afraid to stir the pot. Kind of just living in this realm of like fear and uncertainty, um, and low confidence. Who I am
mm,
now is somebody who is living authentically, being myself, um, coming into different spaces with confidence, um, being unafraid to speak my opinion. Um, and also somebody who started to really love who I was, who I am, to love, yeah, I've just been loving myself more.
Powerful, powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Very
And it
well.
shows. I have to be honest. It shows. You
Mm,
know, who you were as a student, you're not the same anymore. And
mm,
this confidence and this push and this challenge, like you've been doing the work. And if you didn't know, I need you to know that it's paying off for you. For you to show up as yourself today, like you got me so excited because I was surprised, but why am I surprised? This is Denisse. Why like this is you. This has been you. And now you're even better because you know you now, even
Yep.
more than you did at that time. And I'm proud and I'm impressed, and I can't stop saying it because you need to know it. You need to hear it. So this next piece, because you have so much knowledge, you have so much wisdom. Again, the student becomes the teacher. You're a teacher now, because you're teaching all of us who's listening. If you were to offer on this show, we don't do homework. Homework, take home, do it. You never remember it. We do life work because life work is if I offer you this, it gives you an opportunity to pivot. So if you can share with the listeners some life work, something that they could do, see, believe, think, try in order to become a better version of them, what would it be?
Oh man. What comes to my mind is it's this ancient Chinese proverb that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best
Mm.
time is now.
Ooh. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. One more time for the folks in the
Okay,
back.
okay. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Mm. Wow. Wow. If y'all don't do something with that, okay, like immediately, that's
Mm-hmm.
powerful. And there's nothing else. Like that's it. That's it. That's so
Right,
powerful.
right.
So, last thing, if people want to just get a piece of your greatness in any capacity, people want to reach out to you, get in touch with you. Somebody needs a new therapist. Come on, Joker. If somebody wants to just be connected to you, how can people get in touch with you? How can people reach out? What are you offering? What are your services? Like people want to connect. How can they?
Right. So the best way right now would be LinkedIn. So you can reach me, you can see kind of what I've been up to. So LinkedIn, send me a direct message. Currently, I am working at a clinic and we are accepting clients, kids ages 3 all the way up to 21. And I hope to have a start a private and or group practice in the near future. So I will be taking clients then, but that's in a good couple years. But LinkedIn is the best place.
Excellent. 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 Thank you for sharing. And I want to challenge you because it wouldn't be your former professor if I didn't. You said you hope. Hope only got Obama in office. We ain't hoping no more. We expect. So I expect, and I want you to expect, you're going to get licensed. You're going to start that practice. You're going to develop a group practice because everything you've said, Denisse, it's happened. Everything.
Right,
It happened.
right.
This is no different.
No,
This is
you're
no
spot
different.
on. I will open a
Come
practice.
on.
I will
Come
open a
on.
practice.
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
already happened in my head. It's
That's what
already
I'm talking about. That's where it starts. All the foolishness starts in our head. I love it. So now y'all know. So y'all can start getting y'all tickets now. Go on, start getting y'all therapy ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, because for many of us, or for many people, they're not ready yet. You just planted a seed for that tree. Okay. Like you said, you just planted that. So people are going to know. And when people are ready to show up, you're already there to show out. How do I know? Look where you are right now. So, again, I want to dive in for the listeners to show you us as helping professionals who are different. Denisse, right now, for those who cannot see, is in full Joker costume. Full. That's the character. Beneath the character, beneath the makeup, Denisse is Denisse. Piercings, tattoos, culture, community, Latina, like you represent bilingual, like you represent a culture and it shines by you being you. And for many helping professionals, we have been trained to not allow ourselves to be ourselves because of what therapy is supposed to look like. That's a belief, and it does not serve people that look like us, meaning different. You're allowed to be different. You're allowed to be who you are in these spaces and places, because the clients that want to work for you, work with you, they're waiting on you. Not Freud, not Adler, not Gestalt, none of these folks that's dead and gone. They looking for you, your ass. First name yo, last name ass. That's who they looking for. And Denisse is a representative of being her authentic self and shining. Again, she just got on probation. Okay. Now, I don't know which probation we want to talk about, but she just got on probation. Again, she the Joker. There's levels and layers to this. And who you are is enough. And how you choose to live life, Denisse, demonstrate that we are enough. We belong here. We deserve to be here. We have every right to be here. Take up space, use your voice, use your gift, use your presence to help other people help themselves, because that's exactly what you're doing. And I'm proud, because there's only 3 types of therapists in this world to me. You got horrible ones. We ain't got to talk about them because everybody talking about them. We got good ones. Those are people who do the bare minimum, trying to be like Freud. And then we got great ones. The great therapists are the ones who are great at being themselves. They find out what they need to work on and they work on it. They recognize discrepancies and inconsistencies and they deal with it. They don't hide from their past. They work through it. They are 3 versions: who they were, who they are, and who they are becoming. Denisse, you are her, all caps. All caps. And I want to share it and highlight it, because the reason that we're not him, her, them, they, all in all caps is because of everything that we were taught and told from birth to where we are right now. And what you've done, Denisse, is stop listening to everybody and their mama and them, and you start listening to all versions of yourself. And that's who showed up on the show today. Oh, you just blessed my soul. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to share? Insight, anything? We are all ears.
I think for me, I just learned that it's never too late. It's never too late to do that one thing you want to do, or to put yourself back in school, to reach whatever goal that you have. It's never too late, and that's what I've learned.
All day long. Y'all heard it here first. All right. Pay attention, dive in, invest, reach out, connect. I'm sure she will accept you for a client or whoever you need to be. Reach out. Thanks again for being on the show. Happy Halloween to you, to your family. I know you finna get in all kind of mischief tonight. And I'm living vicariously.
Oh yeah.
Because we trick-or-treating over here. 2 and 4. I got my police officer. I got Jack Skellington, Jalen Skellington. We just finna have us a good time. And I'm just thankful for this space and this organic conversation. Because this is more evidence that we are enough and we belong here. So for those who are struggling, trying to figure it out, you came to the right place. This is just the beginning of what you can do, what you can create, what you can build. If I can be of services, if Denisse can be of services, if this profession can be of service, take advantage. Why not now? It's time to take your mask off. This has been another episode of 3 Parallels Podcast with your host, the Dr. Jason Branch, where we rediscover who we were, we embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. If you're trying to become the best version of yourself, guess what? I got something for you. The Gator Scales Journal is available, and it's on sale right now for spooky season, and I'm also creating experiences. If you need help being guided through that journal, I'm offering guided experiences individually and collectively. Hit me up. I got you. Have a great day. Great morning. Good night. Happy Halloween. Peace.